This conference will now be recorded.
After taking magic eraser, just one click you do, automatically the similar color it will get removed. But it won't be that much good if you see in the edges. Okay, it won't look that much good. So it will erase similar colors. And for this also you can give tolerance how much you want. I'll give 10 now. So only exactly that color. So tolerance is nothing but similar to that color, how much you want to select. So that is called tolerance. If the tolerance is more similar to, example, here it is blue color, light blue is there, similar to light blue and little bit of dark blue also it will get select. But if you give less in tolerance, it will select exactly what color you have selected. See. So only that colors it will get erased. But normal eraser is like, for normal eraser you can reduce the opacity also. See, this is normal eraser. We have different types of normal erasers. You can choose anything in this, like leaf shape and all it's there. Okay, and feathered edge, and you can reduce the opacity level of the eraser also. So when you reduce the opacity level, if you try to erase, 50% only it will get erased, like almost look like it is transparent. So only 50% you can erase. It won't erase fully once you reduce the opacity level. But if you keep on increase, it will erase fully. So we have three type of eraser. So one is normal eraser, and one more is background eraser. For background eraser, we don't have different types of brushes. So in that, instead of that, we have samplings. Uh, one is continuous, one is once you selected only that color it will get select. So always you will be using only once. Use once and it will select only that color, and wherever you move, it will erase only that color. So other colors it won't touch. And this is almost similar to first only. So it will also erase every colors. So once you can choose for erasing background. Today we are going to see So we're going to see this kind of effect, which is called dispersion effect. So how to create this kind of effects, we'll see, but this and all will take a lot of time. So for this image only will do dispersion effect. So first you have to select the image. Take pen tool and start selecting. So always you have to use pen tool for selection. Then do right click, make selection, give feather around 2, and so already we learned refine edge option. And enable smart radius, and on the edges only for airs you have to do this. And control J. So only that one we are duplicated. So inside also something is there. Make selection. Alt Control R. Apply smart radius. And I deleted that part. And that's it. Take move tool. Shortcut is V, or else you can click on this. And I'm moving this side. So I don't want this one. If you don't want, you can delete or just let it be. And this one, once again, I'll duplicate. Control J. So we're going to learn one more new tool called, so eraser is new tool, and one more new tool is called Liquify. And after selecting whichever you duplicated, go to filter menu. In that, choose Liquify. So one window will come. In that, choose forward warp tool, and like this you can get collapse. So this one we do it later. Okay. So before this, I'll create one empty layer. In between this, I'll place it. I'll take brush tool. So brush tool already we seen. And after taking brush tool, I select leaf brush. And I'm going to paint it, but the color is not matching. I'll make it to black and white. Then you paint. So the leaf, the spacing is not good. So after selecting brush tool, enable brush toggle panel, and in that brush tip shape, reduce the brush spacing, leaf spacing, and scattering also. Count you reduce and give. Now just paint it. So there is no need to bother this color only, how to choose, or that color only. Any color is okay. So even more smaller, you can reduce by square brackets. So on the edges, you do it properly. Just you have to click and drag that.
ಇಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡಿ ಕೈ ಮುಗಿತಾತೆ.
Now go to this layer. Now you go for filter menu. Now enable Liquify. Now take forward warp Liquify. Just collapse like this. So I'll reduce brush size little bit. And give OK. So after this, we are going to learn one more option called, it's not tool, it is option, clip masking. So what is clip masking means? I'll take one new layer. When you have ellipse shape like this, if you want to place some image inside exactly like circle or square shaped or diamond shaped, so however you want, so inside that if you want to place any image, that time you can use clip masking. So example, you download one photo. Example, this image I want inside the circle. So nothing you have to do, just place the image, but the circle has to be in the new layer. So I'll create one new layer. Inside there, I'll make one more ellipse shape or circle shape, and I'll fill some color in that. Any color you can fill. And which one is in the circle shape, that one has to be in the bottom. Okay, always the image layer which you want to place inside the circle, that has to be in the top, and right click you do, create clip masking. So automatically the image will go inside the circle. So you can see a small arrow symbol over here. That means this image is placed inside this circle. Got it? Right click on the text part, not on the icons here. This is called thumbnail. On the thumbnail you should not click. On the text part, create clip masking. So automatically it will masked according to this circle shape. If it is rectangle means rectangle, so whatever shape. And if you want to move, select this particular layer, press Ctrl T, and you can adjust like this. So not only this shape, any kind of shape you can. Suppose if you don't want clip masking, right click, release clip masking. So it will become normal. Suppose if you don't want this kind of circle means, you take laser tool and select the empty layer. You draw a random shape. For example, like this if you want. And fill some color. Always color has to be there. Any color is okay. You can give any color, but some color has to be there inside that. Now you do right click, create clip masking, and press Ctrl T for the photo layer, and you can do maximize or minimize. You can do rotate, whatever you want you can do. For this one you can give some other color. You can apply blending options also for this. Go to blending option. So already last class we seen blending options. So you can give stroke for this. Strokes, and increase the stroke level. And inside you have to give, not outside. Okay. No. For this layer I'm going to apply stroke, not this one, this one. Blending options. Always make sure that which layer is selected and whatever you want to do. Always remember the layers which you have selected. And select the color which you want. And increase the size of this. And you can give inner shade also. Last class we seen about drop shadow. Today we'll see about inner shadow. So inside that shape, this shape will get shadows, and you can increase shadow size. So like this also you can make it. And this background color, whenever you want you can change. If you want this only you can make it. So that is the use of clip masking. Clip masking will come by right clicking on the layer. Now here also same thing we are going to do. See, but instead of circle shape or some other shape, we have leaves. So we have leaves. So just this which I liquefied, that means I stretched the image. Now right click on this layer, create clip masking. Automatically it will go inside the leaves. Okay. But if we see that wavy effect and all it is there, I don't want that effect, means you have to blur that. Go to filter menu, blur option you have to use. So we have lots of blurs. So in filter menu, everything is ready-made effect only. Go to blur, Gaussian blur you give, and increase the blur level how much you require. So this is clip mask layer, and this is that instead of circle we are giving leaf, and now this is original layer. So always keep a backup, Control J. Now these two I'll hide it. Now take eraser. This one was created by using brush tool. Now select this layer and take eraser tool, and that eraser choose leaf eraser. See on the edges, and reduce the brush size as your requirement. For brush also you have to go for brush presets and increase the spacing level, and scattering also you have to reduce. Now so that the edges should not be visible, till that much you erase off. Now enable these two layers. And this background, whenever you want, you can change. So you can create one, select this layer only. You can give some plain color also, or you can place some background also. But if you want to create some gradient background, we have tool name called gradient tool. Next to eraser tool only, we have gradient tool, and just click and drag. So once you select gradient tool, we have lots of gradients. And you can choose the color of the gradient which you want. And this one I'll choose Green is not good. Or else you can use angle gradient or linear gradient. So here we have different types of gradient options, and this is linear gradient, and this is angle gradient. So this kind of angle it will create. And we can make little bit darker also. Okay. See, actually this layers and all useless. Only these 3 layers is more important. See, one is which you used Liquify option, and which you created as a scattering effect using leaf tool, and this is that PNG image. So this PNG image you have to erase the thing. So in this we are not erasing anything, only here we are erasing. Here we are creating, here we are liquefying. Erasing by using brush tool you are creating like leaf, and here by using Liquify you are stretching the image. So in this, any questions? How to create dispersion effect or scattering effect? Okay then. For dispersion effect, we have to use eraser tool, and one more tool name is called brush tool. By using brush tool, you have to create the leaves, and eraser tool, liquify, and clip masking. So these are the 4 concepts we can use. And one more thing is gradient. Using gradient, you can create some random colors, like gradients. More than 2 colors, 3 colors you can use. And gradient tool, wherever you want, you can use it. And gradient will apply. Suppose if you by mistake if you selected this leaf layer and you're using gradient tool, means including this layer it will get effect. So you can't use gradients in that means in the all the layers, or else you can create as a new layer. And this layer I'll bring it in the top. And for this layer I can apply gradient, and we have different types of gradient from center. And by default we have lots of gradient presets. And by clicking on this, after selecting gradient tool, always see the property bar, what and all properties available for the tools. Once you select gradient, so click on this gradients. We have lots of gradients. I'll select this one. Okay. And this one, like this kind of lines. And you can make it to overlay. So like this it look like. And I'll choose some plain color. And you can apply linear gradient. Use different types of blend modes. Darken, but always overlay will look good. And if you don't want this layer, just select and delete it. So only for dispersion effect, you have to learn this many concepts. Already you know brush tool, and today what you learned is the only these three concepts. For actually gradient is easy: eraser, liquify, clip masking. So clip masking, it will come by right clicking on the layer, and liquify, you have to go to filter menu, and in that liquify you have to click to collapse the image like this. And after that you can go for blur, Gaussian blur also you have to apply for making it blur. And already whatever tools you know, by using that only we are going to create one more option called new passport size photo. How to create passport size photo? Passport size photo, normal one is 1.5 into 2 inch, and the resolution you give around 300. and give OK. So width is 1.5, height is 2. So for creating passport size photo, so after creating, it will look like this. And just bring any photo. Hmm. Copy image, go to Photoshop, Control V, and press Control T and reduce the size of it. After this, take Marquee tool, select only this much. That means why we are selecting, once again we'll see. Control J and duplicate it. Select and duplicate, and because if you press Control T, only exactly according to the layer it is there, which we created original. But this one, if you see, this is bigger than this. We'll see the difference. I'll go to this particular layer, right click, same blending option what we seen. So bevel stroke, click on stroke, and stroke color I'll give white color and give OK. And instead of position outside, make it inside and increase the size, but still it is not visible. I given inside, stroke also given, and give OK. Because this is out of the layer, and by taking move tool, if you move, we'll get to know. We'll give different color, stroke, see the stroke goes outside, so it is not visible. So that's why we duplicate it. Now hide this, select this layer, right click on this blending option. Now make it stroke and inside, and give some other color. White only mostly we will use, so little bit of white came, and increase the stroke level. So based on your requirement, I'll give around 10. So one passport size photo is created. Like this, if I want a number of photo, we just create one more new document. Go to international paper size A4, give A4 size. and this photo you bring it to that document. Just click and drag by using move tool. By move tool only you can move, by other tool you can't move. Just click and drag and move it to this document. Okay, and here only you can duplicate, zoom in. By holding alt key we can get one black uh, um, duplicate option. By holding off alt key and mouse left click, click and drag, so automatically the layer will get duplicate. And see here, or else you can press Ctrl J. Ctrl J if you press, again you have to arrange that, so that is the problem. So that's why we are doing alt drag, then select this entire layer by holding shift key and select it, then alt drag, alt drag, and that's it. Now select the entire photo and you can move it. By holding shift key you can select multiple photos and move it wherever you like. Why I kept this white line means for cutting we need white lines. And this one you can save as JPG or PDF format and you can take printout. See, first thing you have to create one photo which is 1.5 into 2 inches, and after that one big size photo, paper size photo you have to take based on your requirement. If it is 10 photo means take in less size. If you want more photos means A4 size. Near for up to 25 photos you can take printouts, and this will charge you around only 10 rupees. So anyone has question in passport size photo? This option already you know, only one arrangement you have to do it properly. Anyone has doubt in this passport size photo? Okay then. So one is dispersion effect and one is passport size. Passport size photo is nothing but a very simple concept. Only the size you have to remember, which is width as 1.5 inch, height as 2 inch. That's it. And next we'll see about very easy concept. Just choose any photos. When you want to wish birthday for someone, I'll take new document. That photo I'll paste it here. Okay. So within 2 minutes or 5 minutes also, take eraser and choose normal eraser only, soft edge, and for difference purpose you give some other color in the background, so then only you can see the difference. And take eraser tool and just do erase this layer, or if you're selecting also no problem, but I don't want to select, I'll just erase this much. I'll press Ctrl T. I'll erase the side parts, then press Ctrl T. I'll do maximize, enter. So these parts you reduce the brush size by square brackets, or you can reduce it here also. I increase the brush size and erase these extra things. And press Ctrl T, maximize, reduce the size. So instead of plain backgrounds, we'll give some, we can download from internet also, or you can create your own background also by using brush tool. Take brush tool and use normal brush only, and choose the colors. I'll hide this. Okay, this is enough. Now you enable the layer, background layer. And this layer, once again you duplicate, Ctrl J, and place it on the top. This one you give soft light, so automatically it'll get matched with the background. So blend mode, For this one which you duplicated, that one you give soft light, or you can give overlay also. This image and little bit you can, what I'll do, only I'll select this much, Control J. This one I'll delete off. Press Control. This one you select Control T and do maximize if it is required. So on the face also this has been applied. If you don't want on the face, you can just erase on the face. Now take text tool and type a text. Which one you want? Happy birthday, va? Enter. Happy birthday. And if you want different color, select different color and apply. And take move tool, press Ctrl T now, and by holding shift key you can increase the size of this. And give enter. You can use different types of fonts, and for this also you can give some blending mode, then it will look good. Blending options, give drop shadow, and drop shadow size you can increase or decrease, you can do. That's it. And if you want, you can add cards in the side or whatever you want, you can do. So any next question? So birthday card size, as a requirement you can choose. If you want landscape, you can use landscape. If you want portrait mode, you can use portrait mode. And if you're designing for mobile phone also, you can choose. So nothing, this only you can chase, you can choose crop tool. We have crop tool here, like MS Word we have crop tool, no, same thing here, and just click and drag how much you want and give enter. That's it. So now this is your mobile size. But once you crop, you have to do undo only, you can't go backward. But if you're doing some work afterwards, and if you're doing undo, it is waste. So before cropping the image, make sure that this is final. So anyone has doubt?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
So this birthday card and business passport size photo, both you know already. So which you know already, that options only I used. Only the dispersion effect you have to focus. So make sure that which layer you have to create, where you have to create, and arrangement. So then I'll wind up the class.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then thank you everyone.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.